Some Fortnite skins were never meant for the item shop, and those are the ones people are still chasing today. Not because they are flashy, but because they never came back. I honestly miss the days when a console bundle could flex your skin harder than a 20-kill win. Here is the rarest Fortnite skins in 2025, and who still has them. A list that shows just how deep Fortnite's cosmetic history goes. Number 10. On. This skin is like a secret badge for players who were around during a very specific time. Hyun came bundled with the Xbox One S Fortnite Edition back in Chapter 1, Season 5. If you did not buy that exact console, there was no other way to get the skin. It never returned to the item shop, and it never popped up in any other promo. That alone makes it one of the rarest skins to date. What makes it even more special is how few people even know about it today. If someone has it in their locker, it means they went out of their way to either buy the console or get it secondhand. I saw one in a stream not long ago, and I genuinely froze for a second. It reminded me of when consoles used to come with exclusive content like that. A sleek silver skin with subtle power. That is Eon. Number 9. Royal Bomber. Most people have never even seen this one in action. The Royal Bomber was tied to a PlayStation 4 bundle that released in 2018. Later on, it was also included with a limited batch of DualShock controllers, but both versions were extremely hard to come by. So, why do so few players have it? You had to buy the exact hardware it came with. There was no standalone option, no second chance. That makes it incredibly rare. You'll most likely only see this skin in old clips or the occasional traded account floating around. Every time I spot it, it feels unreal. Like running into a ghost of Fortnite's past. Seriously, it is that rare. Number 8. Reflex. This skin came with a very specific promotion involving NVIDIA graphics cards. It briefly appeared in the Fortnite item shop in 2019 but was quickly removed. Epic Games later offered a compensation version called Stealth Reflex to bundle owners. Because of that glitchy shop moment, very few people own the original Reflex version. The Stealth one is more common, but the original green one? That is a collector's dream. What makes it so interesting is how fast Epic pulled it out of circulation. It felt like they realized how exclusive it was supposed to be. If you run into someone using this, they are probably either super lucky or they knew exactly what they were doing when they bought that GPU. I have personally only seen it twice in 6 months of tracking, and each time I had to double check just to be sure. Number 7. Honor Guard. Some skins feel like they were created just to disappear, and this is one of them. Honor Guard was tied to a phone that almost no one bought, the Honor View 20. That was back in 2018, and even back then the phone was not exactly popular. Because of how few people own the device, the number of Honor Guard skins floating around is shockingly low. It was never sold in the item shop and never came back in any other promo. If you still have this skin, you probably either collect exclusives or actually bought that phone just for Fortnite, and honestly, I respect it. There is something legendary about owning a skin that most people never even heard of. I have always had a little envy for those who own it. It is like carrying a badge that tells the world you were part of a secret Fortnite moment. Number 6. Double Helix. Now this is one of those skins that looks amazing and is nearly impossible to get. The Double Helix was part of a Nintendo Switch bundle that dropped in late 2018. Just like a few other rare skins, this one never showed up in the item shop. It shares the same idea as Honor Guard, but visually, I think this one is way more appealing. The red and white color scheme really pops, and it stands out immediately in any match. I actually ran into a player using this skin on an island map. I stopped what I was doing just to take it in for a second. That is how rare and clean it looks. There is just something about exclusive bundle skins that carry their own kind of power. Number 5. Rue. There is something mysterious about the Rue skin. It arrived in Chapter 2, Season 2, and seemed like it would be just another unique design. But not long after its release, it quietly vanished. It has never been back in the item shop. There was no warning, no explanation from Epic Games, just a sudden disappearance that left players guessing. The reason many believe Rue got removed is because the skin style may have unintentionally resembled controversial real-world imagery. That sparked rumors, but nothing official was confirmed. Since then, Rue has become a sort of urban legend in Fortnite. Most players have never seen it in a match. I have not seen it once in my entire time tracking rare skins. If you spot someone running it, you are looking at a piece of Fortnite history that slipped through the cracks. That kind of rarity is different. It is not tied to bundles or battle passes. It is a ghost. And if you have it, you're holding on to one of the most whispered about skins in the entire game. Number 4. Black Knight. This skin takes you all the way back to the early grind days of Fortnite. The Black Knight was the final reward in the Season 2 Battle Pass. Players had to hit tier 70 to get it, which at the time was no small task. The game was still finding its rhythm, and you really had to put in hours to climb the battle pass that far. Once Season 2 ended, Black Knight never came back. It was locked away, and that made it even more valuable to the people who earned it. The design is simple but powerful. All black armor with red glowing eyes. It tells you everything you need to know about the player behind it. You almost never see it anymore. When you do, it is usually in a tournament or ranked match where the player clearly knows what they are doing. I remember spotting it once in a sweaty endgame. I knew instantly that player had put in the time way back when Fortnite was still raw. That skin means veteran status, no question. Number 3. Aerial Assault Trooper. Most people think Renegade Raider is the rarest skin from Season 1, but actually Aerial Assault Trooper is even harder to find. It was available during the same season, but only after players hit level 15 and then chose to purchase it from the item shop. Unlike the Battle Pass system today, this was a straight purchase and very few people went for it. At the time, most players were still new to the game. Skins were not really a big deal yet. People did not care about flexing their locker, and fewer still were spending V-Bucks on cosmetics. That makes the Aerial Assault Trooper incredibly rare. Its design might seem basic now, but that does not matter. This skin holds a deeper value because it was part of the original cosmetic phase of Fortnite. It is a piece of the foundation. I went through so many old shop records and could barely find any clips of it being used. If someone has this in their locker, you are looking at one of the true originals. Number 2. Renegade Raider. There are a few skins that instantly trigger reactions, and Renegade Raider is definitely one of them. This skin was part of the first ever Fortnite season. It became available once you hit level 20, but you still had to go into the shop and buy it. That means not only did you have to grind early levels, you had to make the decision to spend V-Bucks back when barely anyone was doing that. Here's what makes it stand out. Epic Games has never brought back the original Renegade Raider. They have released versions that remix the design like Blaze, but the original remains exclusive. That only adds to the myth. If someone queues into a match with this skin, people notice. It is like spotting a rare gem out in the open. There is this feeling I get every time I see it. Something about it just hits differently. It is not just a rare skin. It is a memory of when Fortnite was starting to become something huge. Number 1. Galaxy. Among all the skins Fortnite has ever released, Galaxy holds a special kind of power. This one was never in the item shop, never in a battle pass, and never part of any console bundle. It came only with the purchase of a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 or Tab 4 in 2018. Players had to download Fortnite directly from Samsung's App Store, play a few matches, and then the skin was unlocked. It sounds simple, but phones like that were expensive. Very few players went through that process. That limited the skin to a small group of early collectors, many of whom still keep it locked in their accounts. The Galaxy skin itself is beautiful. That glowing, cosmic design just lights up the screen. If you have it, you instantly stand out. There are even stories of private matches where only Galaxy owners were invited. I've always wanted to play in one of those lobbies. It is one of those skins that feels like status, legacy, and flex all rolled into one. If you run into it, respect the moment. Even in 2025, some of these skins are rarer than ever, and most players may never see them again. Which of these do you still have in your locker or wish you did? Drop a comment below, hit like if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe for more.